On today's show, country music sensation Shawn Rashard.
We visit the Cap Sill Restaurant on Deer Island.
A fashion show from LH Boutique.
And provincial basketball champions, the Lady Spartans.
From your hometown local station, this is Good Day from the Bay with Vicki, Hogarth, and Jonathan Brittain.
Good day from the Bay. I'm Vicki Hogarth.
And I'm Jonathan Brittain. Good day from the Bay indeed. Welcome to the very first episode of our brand new show here on CHCO-TV. This is where we will celebrate all things Southwest New Brunswick.
That's right, Jonathan. We'll be putting a spotlight on all the exceptional people, places, and things that make our part of the world the special place it is to call home.
And since this is our premiere episode, we thought we'd kick things off with a bang. Famed country singer-songwriter Shawn Rashard will stop by to talk about his music career between Charlotte County and Nashville, Tennessee, as well as his other gig as the manager of Drew Haven Town & Country here in St. Andrews. He will be the very first guest also to take the Good Day from the Bay questionnaire.
I cannot wait for that. And we will also hear from Lady Spartan co-captains Anna Summers and Beth Harris of St. Stephen High School and their coach Dawn Walker about their epic win at the provincial championships for basketball this spring.
And to top it off, Vicki McDonald, owner of the LH Boutique, and her daughter Katie McDonald, the manager of the boutique here on Water Street in St. Andrews, will be in the studio present us with our very own spring-summer fashion show.
So big episode ahead, but first, the true stars of Good Day from the Bay are you, the audience. So we're starting off every episode with our Good Day from the Bay question of the day.
This week's question is, what's the best new restaurant you've tried lately? We asked you on Facebook, but we also went out on the street and asked locals what they've tried and loved lately. Let's take a look.
I don't like to judge a place just by one visit, but I went 3 times to Pira, the Polish potato, recently, and every experience was absolutely amazing.
What did you order?
So first I just went in, as a new restaurant, I just like to go in and say, what are people getting? What do you recommend? And so super enthusiastic, Kinga, the owner, she brought out this sausage and that sausage. So I left with 2. Then came back a week later with my wife. Same thing. We walked out with 4 different sausages because Douglas was like, you got to try this, you got to try that. And then he said, do you want lunch? Yes, we got 2 deli sandwiches. They were amazing. Then I came back a week later and I got the dinner. I pre-ordered the dinner, the schnitzel, the sausages, the pierogies. It was amazing. So I've just been super happy. The owners clearly love what they do, have a ton of expertise. So I would highly recommend Pira, the Polish potato.
The Kennedy House. They reopened up last year, and I go there every Wednesday to play darts and get my favorite chicken Alfredo.
I love the Drew Haven.
Oh yeah, and what do you like to have there?
I love their coffee, and they have incredible pastries and delicious lunches, and I haven't had a bad meal there yet.
We are both big fans of Pira, the Polish potato. It's a wonderful addition to the community. The sausage, the sandwiches, the schnitzel is amazing.
And Evan, what did you like about it?
The sandwich. It was really, really, really good.
Will you be going back soon?
Probably.
Well, Jonathan, I think our dining out bucket list has just grown. Well, we took all of your advice to heart, but we could only pick one restaurant to try out this week. So we headed to Deer Island to try the Cap Sill Restaurant, founded by Sheena Young with Chef Kyle Stewart at the helms.
Here's how our culinary adventure went.
Here we go.
Woohoo, here we are.
Welcome to Deer Island, where the salty breeze and the sound of seagulls greet you as you step ashore. Today, we're headed to a new culinary gem of this maritime community, the Cap Sill Restaurant.
Located at Lord's Cove, not far from the ferry landing, the Cap Sill is named after the part of the wharf where fishermen gather to share tales of the sea. As you step inside the Cap Sill, you're greeted by the warmth of the coastal decor. Walls adorned with photos of fishermen and islanders, and an authentic lobster trap table at the center.
Here, Chef Kyle Stewart takes pride in creating a menu that celebrates the flavors of the sea. Using locally sourced ingredients, every dish is a tribute to the surrounding area.
The braised beef is one of the specialty dishes for sure. That's one of my favorites. It's a dish that I've made for many years, and I was happy to bring it here. The burger is a classic burger. We just try to do good food, but just make it that extra special.
During our visit, we indulged in some of their signature dishes: crispy beer-battered haddock, flavorful fish tacos, and the Cap Sill burger. Paired with house-cut French fries and homemade coleslaw, every bite was a culinary delight. And of course, we couldn't leave without at least sharing a piece of cheesecake.
Owner Sheena Young is giving us more reasons to make Deer Island our home away from home. Be sure to add the Cap Sill Restaurant to your dining out bucket list.
I am still dreaming about those fish tacos. The Cap Sill Restaurant, if you haven't tried it, make the trip over. They are currently open Thursday to Sunday with expanded hours coming this summer.
Oh my gosh, so worth the ferry ride over. We're going to take a quick break right now, but when we come back, country singer-songwriter Shawn Rashard will be here to take the Good Day from the Bay questionnaire. Welcome back to Good Day from the Bay. Our next guest really needs no introduction here in Charlotte County. It's famed singer-songwriter Shawn Rashard. Shawn, I think last time you were here, you sang Grandma's Christmas Tree, your original Christmas song, which is quite an accomplishment, but you've had 2 singles since. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
I have, yeah. So Grandma's Christmas Tree was I think a year and a half ago now, and I will say since then we've lost my grandma, but her memory still lives on so much in that song, so it's been really nice to have that. But yeah, so I since released 2 new singles in June and for the summer, Campfire Superstar and Last Night Was Lit. So Campfire Superstar is a co-write with my aunt, Deb Richard LaPointe, and that song is just kind of about exactly what the title is. You're at a campfire and you're singing a bunch of songs, so you're always a superstar at a campfire. And so I wrote a song kind of to go with that called Last Night Was Lit. So, and then we went and recorded both of those in the studio in Moncton and had them ready in time for Boxcar when I did Boxcar Festival last year, and kind of rode that wave for the summer.
And you've been splitting your time Nashville, Charlotte County. How's that road in music going for you?
Yeah, so I didn't make it back to Nashville this year. Life gets in the way and things get busy, but I'm hoping to get back down there hopefully sometime this year. The last trip I went with my aunt as well, and we get to take in some songwriter circles and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'd like to get down there and get some songwriting done. That's where all the professionals are, and everybody's kind of just ready to do that thing with you. And I mean, I can songwrite here as well, but it's always nice to have people who really do that as a living and know and have so much more. They just have so much more knowledge than I do in songwriting. So
it can be so inspiring too to be around all those other country artists and in that environment. I mean, the heart of country music, Nashville. It must be so exciting.
It just clicks. Yeah, it just kind of comes together. Everybody's there for the same reason, and everybody has the same love of the same type of music. And it doesn't even. I say that, but it doesn't even have to be country music. Like, it's just everybody has a love for music. So everybody's there, and everybody has their own certain talents, and everybody brings their own thing to the table, and it just ends up being sometimes a masterpiece. Sometimes it's just a file, but either way, it's always, everybody's got the same goal.
That's so great. Now, I wanted to ask you, because something that's on my mind a lot, because there's an artist, Beyonce, who I love, making waves in country music right now, and some people are loving it, some people are not loving it. And so I wanted to ask you, our local country music expert, what are your thoughts on this song, and what are your thoughts on artists like Beyonce crossing over into different genres of music?
Well, so I actually just listened to, I think her album just came out, so I actually just listened to the whole thing, and I actually really like a lot of her songs. Texas Hold'em, I like it. It sticks in my head all the time. My husband and I are always like around the house going, but I do, I think it was like any other big song that comes out. I think it was, overplayed a lot, and people get sick of that, and then people, have their opinions. I think it's a great song. Yeah. But I listened to her album, and I really like it.
Oh, good.
And I think that I mean, it goes back as far as like Shania Twain and Faith Hill. Like they were huge pillars in starting the whole crossover thing, and like making waves in country music or the country pop crossover scene. And I don't see anything, I don't see anything wrong with it personally. People might, who love old country music might just love old country music, and that's fine. But I also think country music has grown so much just over the years because, there's just so much stigma around certain things in country music, and it's become such an open. I don't know. I guess you can. It's more accepting of different qualities of life and different sounds coming in, and so I mean, I think if there's a pop star that wants to come in and record a country album or a country song, embrace it. I think it's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I will agree. It does get a lot of overplay. Like I can't tell you how many times I've just got bored of it on my TikTok feed. Another person, doing the dance. Like, I've seen this 100 times. Okay, so I'm with you there. So aside from that, though, you have a day gig here in St. Andrews as the manager of Drew Haven Town and Country, and which stages some great events. Why don't you want to talk a little bit about Drew Haven?
Yeah. So I mean, aside from my music career, they're both equal passions to me. The owners, Lee Wells and Andy Foss, came to me and approached me in 2022, and they had this vision for what they wanted Drew Haven to be, what they wanted me to help them open their business. So they kind of gave me that vision, and it's been a work in progress, but we started out with the bakery, and then we moved over to lunch a little bit, and now we do some evenings, and we do lots of events, which is my favorite thing. I love hosting.
Well, we were just
weddings.
I was at your wedding this year at Drew Haven, which was a testament to just what an incredible venue it is.
And it was a Christmas wedding too, which makes it all the more special. Yeah.
Yes, and then we got the honor of attending the recent Oscar party.
Yes,
which
the Oscar
was
party. That was
fantastic.
so fun.
Yeah, it is a beautiful. I mean, that upstairs space is just spectacular.
That was a lot of fun because it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to an Oscar party before. I've never even heard of one before. But Andy gave me the idea, and we kind of went with it. And I think people loved it. And I think we'll do it again next year. And it was fun because it's a reason to dress up. And I threw a red carpet party for my mom's 50th birthday a few years back. So I was like, I know what I want to do. So we rented the red carpet and the ropes, and we had you guys there to cover some paparazzi.
Do the red carpet interviews.
Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun, right? It was
fantastic.
My usual Oscars party is me alone in my bed just doing my checklist.
Exactly.
My only complaint was Bradley Cooper was dressed too similar to me. But other than that,
you could say that you were twinning.
There we go. Yeah, I was twinning with Bradley Cooper, as you do.
He got passed around town quite a bit.
As he does.
But it was a lot of fun. And no, Drew Haven's become, part of my lifestyle now, and I've put a lot of my heart and soul into that business, and I think highly of the owners, and we have a good foundation, a good relationship. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go and watch it grow, and we have a great team, and it's truly a stunning building, like just the bones of it itself, and.
For people that don't know, it's Masonic Hall.
Yeah.
It's the old Masonic Hall, but the makeover was just outstanding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, one of the owners, Lee, he does designing as well. So
the interior is beautiful.
And then, of course, we had Jeff Slater come and do the mural downstairs, and so it's just kind of a lot of different moving parts that make it just what it is, Drew Haven, I guess. So.
Well, we are excited too, Shawn, because you are here today not just to represent your music career and Drew Haven, but to be the first taker of the Good Day from the Bay.
I'm honored. That's
questionnaire, so cool. And every episode of the show will have one person take this questionnaire and a notable figure from our community and get to know them a little better with maybe more unexpected questions. So without further ado,
should I be nervous?
Well, where this comes from, it's originally the writer Proust originally developed.
Oh my gosh, you have a questionnaire.
If you've ever watched the show Actor Studio, where they interview actors, they always go through the Proust questionnaire with them. Stephen Colbert, who does the Late Show on CBS, he has his own version that he does with his guests. And so since we're on par with all of those people, we thought we could do our own version. And so, so thank you. Don't be afraid. It's
So it's like
fun.
20 questions.
It's 15.
Not even.
15,
It's
okay. All right.
More reasonable. A little bit more
It's a way to
reasonable.
get to know our guests a little bit better.
I'm ready.
Question 1.
Okay.
What is the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Okay, well, do I have like a time? Like a quick
No, you go ahead. You go
I
ahead.
guess besides going to Nashville to record music, because that's quite a huge leap. There's this one thing that I did once, and it was actually in St. John in Rockwood Park. And believe it or not, you're walking through these trails and you'd never see it, but there's this cave. There's these caves. So you can I don't know if you'd call it hike, but you can explore them. So my friend told me about them, and he's like, I want to take you. It's so cool. So, I mean, we actually got like headlamps and hiking boots, and it's a mile, or sorry, not a mile, it's a kilometer in and out, and it's like this wide, and it's, there's leaky and creepy crawly things, but it's so cool. So anyways, we hiked in and hiked back out, and I don't like tight spaces, like I feel very enclosed, but it was quite exhilarating. I'd say that's probably the most adventurous thing I've done.
Really? That's,
You get a pass. That's the pass, that question. Yes, good job.
Excellent, yeah.
Correct.
Yes, correct. Good job. As someone who gets claustrophobic, I'm probably not going to follow your suggestion, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
to each their own.
I don't think I'd do it again.
Okay, question number 2. What do you prefer, high tide or low tide?
Oh, I think high tide. And I guess that's kind of weird because a lot of people would like to walk on the ocean floor, but I don't. I just love like seeing all the waves, and I'm so, even though I grew up here and we know the concept, I'm just so amazed by like tides in general. Like it's my friends came from Nashville to visit, and that was the one thing I just wanted to show them, and I think just a high tide. Yeah.
Cool. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
If you could eat one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Butter chicken.
Easy answer.
Hands down.
Oh,
I love seafood, but butter chicken, I
Fair.
think. Yeah.
that is a good one. I love butter
Specifically
chicken.
Tondi's butter chicken, but butter chicken in general, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Where is your happy place? Or what is your happy place?
I would say, this is so sappy, but I would say anywhere is with my dogs, Duchess and Cooper, and my husband, Kyle. That's where I'm most comfortable. Yeah.
Which leads into our next question. What's your favorite local spot to be alone? Local can be, we're going to draw the line outside of Southwest New Brunswick.
Right, so I mean, I am connected to all 3 communities. Like I grew up in St. Stephen, I live in St. George, and I work in St. Andrews, but my family has this lot of campers where we camp in the summertime on the Macadavic River in St. George, and that's just my serenity. That's my happy place for sure. That's my go-to spot, alone or with everyone. So, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, what's your favorite local place to celebrate at with friends or family?
Well, I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with that. That would be that's where I had my bachelor party. But when I'm home, like in St. George, if a few of us are just going out for a birthday dinner or something, we usually just all go to the Harbour Road pub, and that's kind of our spot to go. I guess here in St. Andrews, it would have to. I'm not just saying this for promo reasons, but it would have to be Drew Haven. That's where my heart is. So
amazing.
Yeah. What is your favorite local festival or event?
Right now, I would say Indulge. I'm a huge fall person. I love fall, and I love Tressa, and I love everything to do that. Being involved in Indulge, and I'm usually working it, but I do love Indulge. But it was always International Festival, but more so when I was a kid. Like I remember growing up, and my mom would always take us to, I don't know, it was like these hunts, scavenger hunts, and you'd find Ganong chocolate candies, or just when we do the International Festival across the border as well. I have a lot of fond memories of that, in Chocolate Fest, so I would say both of those.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I watched from the Calais side the parade this past year, and it was fun, different. You'd always put a twist on it because you've got 2 countries.
It's so cool, and we would always start in St. Stephen and watch it, and then walk over, like follow the parade and walk over to Calais and join all their festivities too. So that I have a lot of fond memories of International Festival. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, but on a serious note, what keeps you awake at night with worry?
Well, I don't know how serious this is, but the only thing that keeps me awake at night, and this is I love getting, and it just happens at like 3 o'clock in the morning every single night. You know where this is going, but I go out and I have a snack. Like I get so hungry, so that keeps me up every night. But not with worry. I think I don't know, I'm always concerned about how the next day is going to go. Like if I have missed something on my calendar, because between music and personal life and work, like there's always something. I don't know how you do it. But you especially, but
that keeps me awake at night.
But I feel like that would be other than the food. But
gotcha.
That's what keeps me awake at night too. I agree. I'm constantly worrying.
I'm not alone with that, right?
What did I forget? Did I forget something? Who in your life do you look up to the most?
Oh, my mom. My mom. You guys know my mom, right? I don't know if you do. Anyway, she's just the sweetest person in Charlotte County. Like, everybody loves her. She works at Keith's Building Supplies. If you go in, you get a hug, like, even if you're a stranger. And she's the most compassionate person I ever have met in my life. So, my mom is my... And on a personal level and on a like, musical level, I would have to say my Uncle Eloy that passed a few years back. Like, he was my absolute inspiration when it comes to music, so yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, family.
Great. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I feel like I would want two.
Okay,
well, I feel like a superpower, I would want to be invisible, like or like choose to be invisible whenever. Wouldn't that be fun?
I like that one too.
I think that would be cool. You could creep in and listen to what people are saying about you, and that was going to go bad, but listen to what people are saying about you, or hear people's secrets, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess that would just be my super. Or to go back in time, I think, and spend time with people that you wish you could have spent time with more. Go back in time. Let's go with that more than invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
My best friend Shannon always tells me that I'm going to get this wrong, someone else's opinion of you is their problem. And I think that's something that's always like stuck in my head, because I always used to have such a hard time as, I think I get this from my mom, like I take things so personally, but when you start to realize that, like, if someone's forming an opinion about you or anything, like that's their issue. So I think that was always something that really resonated with me. Yeah,
that's a really good one. Another way I've heard that put is someone else's opinion of you is none of your business. That's another good, it's another good way of putting it. Yeah. Okay, what accomplishment are you most proud of?
I would say I would say my career. On both levels, musical and my career, because there was a day when I would never get on stage, ever, and that takes a lot of courage. And there was also a time when I started out in the hospitality industry as a host, so I've worked my way up in both of those worlds, and I think just my marriage and
You're not even sweating. You were almost at the end. I can't believe this.
We're almost there. Don't worry.
I was a little nervous at first.
But it's getting a little, I'm not sure if this is getting harder. It's getting a little more invasive. What is your guilty pleasure or current obsession?
My current obsession is Shameless. I've watched it 1,000 times.
The show, Shameless.
Yeah, we've been watching it.
The British or American?
American.
Yeah, it's great, eh?
Like Franco, yeah. We've been watching it every night. That's current right now.
Who's your favorite character on that, just as a side note?
Absolutely Fiona.
Right?
Lip, Fiona or Lip.
Yeah, they're great.
My guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is the pie from Mary Craig's, the Country Market in St. George. I've got the butterscotch pie. I could eat a whole thing by myself.
Shout out Country Market.
Shout out to like Kyle will come out of the bedroom and see me with a fork, and I'm just like, oops, I'm having a piece of pie. That's my guilty pleasure.
I'm gonna have to pick up one of those. Okay, this is a difficult one. What's your favorite smell?
I don't. You know what I think my favorite smell would be, and this is so weird. It's not really local, I guess, but maybe it's just almond flavor. But cow's ice cream and PEI.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's the almond.
Smells like
smell.
summer. Really, it does.
The smell of
Yeah.
summer. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Good one.
And here we go. Final question.
Is this the last one?
Final question.
If you could invent a holiday,
I like this one.
what would it celebrate, and how would you celebrate?
If I could invent a holiday, I think it would be like a country music holiday, but like an old country music holiday. And I know we talked about how I like both, but I think it would be like, I don't know, something crazy like Dolly Parton's birthday or something like that. Like, I feel like I would want to celebrate that. And we're just everybody sang Dolly Parton songs all day.
I'm 100% in for this.
I would be there. She's a legend. There's no one like
we
her.
want to get we want to get a new dog, and when we get a new dog, I want to name it Dolly. Like
We could do this. We can do this.
I think a Dolly Parton holiday would be.
And I think she deserves it. I mean, really. I mean, she's, just amazing songwriter, but also such a brilliant businesswoman.
Yeah, she is.
And great humanitarian. Like, she helped fund, the Moderna vaccine, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
She's just amazing. So I'm with you there. All right. Well, if you start that up, I'll be on the committee. So that's that.
Good luck to the next guest who has to answer these kind of questions. Are they the same? Will they know?
Same every time.
Because I'm the first.
And this is congratulations. You are now.
I wasn't prepared.
You are Charlotte County known.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the first one to take it.
Yes, thank you so much.
You set the bar high, and we hope you will be back.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
And here you are coming back in our next segment, in one of our upcoming segments, I should say.
Yes, I will be, yeah. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for having me. This is so exciting, yeah.
Thank you for being our first guest. We're so honored.
I can't wait to see what the future of the Day with the Bay brings.
Thank you so much, Shawn. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Lady Spartan co-captains Anna Summers and Beth Harris, along with their coach Don Walker, will be joining us to tell us all about their epic win at the Provincial Basketball Championships. We'll be right back.
Spartans!
Welcome back to Good Day from the Bay. The Lady Spartan basketball team made history this year, taking home the title at the Provincial Basketball Championship in St. John.
We spoke with Lady Spartan co-captains Anna Summers and Beth Harris and their coach Don Walker at St. Stephen High School recently to hear about their epic win and what it means to bring the trophy back to St. Stephen.
So 3, 2, 1 at the buzzer. Colley, it's a miss. Comes down to the hands of Georgia Hare. And the St. Stephen Spartans are AA girls champions.
So girls, this was a historic win for the Spartans. I don't think a title's been come home to the school since 2000, before you were born. What does it feel like to be a part of this history-making moment?
We're all extremely proud, and sometimes I remember, oh yeah, we just did that. And I look back through pictures, and it's an overwhelming feeling, really. Like, having the video just come out on YouTube has been really fun too, to go back and see. It makes me still nervous thinking about it and watching it. But we put so much into the season, and our goal since last year really has been to come back and bring it home. So it was a really good feeling.
You live in a town with a sports wall of fame. Now you're a part of this history of the basketball story of your school. What does it feel like to be tied to a town with such a strong history and be a part of that story?
Again, feeling really proud to be following the footsteps of these people and to now finally be able to honor that as well. Donnie and everyone in our town has always talked about basketball legends in our town, different stories, different teams. It's really cool now that we'll be one of those teams on the wall that we've talked about many times. We look at the banners all the time in practice, talking about the history that we have in our town and the different teams, and we'll be on that wall now.
Walk people through some of the moments during the game that were the most fingernail biting. I know that you were down by about 10 points at halftime. Where were some of the moments that you thought maybe you're not going to turn this around? And then explain what it was like to have the game turn in your favor.
I would say the moments before the game even started in the locker room before coming out for warm-up, when we're all, for some of us who were at the game last year, remembering what it was like and knowing now that we have a chance to win, that we know we can. We had to work for it. And that moment and coming out of halftime as well, knowing what we need to do and what needs to happen for us to be successful.
We're a fourth quarter team. We have been all season. And I feel like the whole game, we knew that we weren't going to lose, but I don't know if we knew how we were going to win. But we really stuck together as a family and pulled it off.
Someone who clearly believes in you is your coach, who came out of retirement to bring you to the championships. Donnie, can you tell us, what was it about this team that brought you back into coaching?
Actually, it was these two girls, because I was asked to come in and do a shooting clinic back when they were in grade 9. So they were playing varsity in grade 9, and I was doing a shooting clinic, and I knew Dave was finishing up the year after. Dave Taylor, the coach, and during the clinic, I just kind of liked what I was seeing, and I liked the response I was getting from the girls, and I liked their enthusiasm. And then shortly after, when Dave said, well, what do you think in terms of coaching? I really hadn't thought that much about it, and I just made a decision that I wanted to be a part of something that I recognized that could be special, and they helped to make it special.
For all those coaches watching at home, what advice did you give to the girls that really had them turn the game around, especially in a moment when there's so many fans watching too? The pressure of that alone can be really terrifying, but to also be down at half and then turn the game around, how did you coach them into being a fourth quarter winner?
I reached in my bag of tricks, really. I'm making a joke about that because people have asked me, what did you say at halftime? And sometimes it's not as complicated as it might seem. We missed so many shots in the first half that I thought we were capable of making. And I just said, those shots are going to start to fall. And certainly they did. We had a much better second half, and shots were going, and then the momentum shifted with the game. And I just think, as Beth said earlier, we'd been there before. We'd been a fourth quarter team. We'd been down before. So we were used to sort of coming back from a deficit, and maybe not in that environment with so many people watching and the pressure that was there. But we were used to coming back, and I knew we could. I tried to put confidence in the girls. I tried not to overreact and them see me sort of in a desperation mode, and I think it maybe paid off. And they were just excellent, and the fight, the grit, the determination that we as coaches hope for was certainly there with our team.
Emily and Beth, the community was certainly behind you since you were in the final 12. What did it feel like to have that love, not just from St. Stephen, but really all of Charlotte County? I know that the mayor was saying recently he thought in the final game more of St. Stephen was there than in St. Stephen that day.
It's really nice to have our community support, and that's how it's been all season. I found we had our biggest crowds like we had ever seen through all the games. People had actually followed us and were keeping up with us and asking how we were doing. We had longtime fans who were at like every one of our games, which was so special to have.
Like Beth said, all season, everyone coming out as to every game almost, it seemed. And having those crowds there, having those people who have been behind us since the start, there cheering us on was probably the best thing that could have happened. And just knowing that our community, win or lose, would have been proud of us, it was a great feeling.
Congratulations, Lady Spartans and Coach Walker. We'll be back with a spring-summer fashion show from LH Boutique after this.
Welcome back to Good Day from the Bay. Well, if you're anything like me, you look forward to putting away your winter clothes for the season and getting ready for summer. And you're in luck because our next guests are LH Boutique owner Vicki McDonald and her daughter, who is also the store manager, Katie McDonald, here to share with us spring-summer trends for 2024. LH Boutique has been a fixture on Water Street for decades. Vicki, can you tell us about the history of the store?
Well, my dad and my uncle opened it in 1969 as a side business to their main store, the Cottage Craft. And I think Dad imagined the leather would complement the woolen, so that's where it started. And then John and I bought it in 95 and restored the outside. And then my sister, your mother, introduced me to my first line of clothing, Woolrich, and we've grown from there. And then after John's death, Katie joined me, and with her help and expertise in social media, she has made it grow and grow, and we're doing pretty well. And just wanted to shout out to all the wonderful people that work with us, because they make it really fun, and all the wonderful customers who have made us grow and continue.
Spoiler alert, you are my family. And
Full disclosure.
Full disclosure. When you start a new show, sometimes you have to rope your family into doing the first episode, so I'm so grateful that you are both here, also with so many people from the staff of LH Boutique to share with us these trends, but thank you for agreeing to be part of our premiere. I won't say pilot, this has been picked up by CHCO, so
there we
yeah,
go.
we're good.
Yeah,
we're happy to be here.
Yes.
And the LH Boutique, it's obviously a go-to destination for our local customers, tourists, I'm sure, who come here every summer as well. But for people who live outside of town or can't always make it, can you shop online?
You can. We have a website. It's the leatherhouse.ca. We started that through the pandemic. That seemed to be something that would be beneficial to us, so we were happy to start a website. It has just a fraction of what we have in store, so we would really love, if you get the chance to come to St. Andrews, to come see us, because there's so much more to see. Plus, there are so many businesses on Water Street that also have a great selection of like giftware and clothing. It's a great shopping destination, so we recommend coming to St. Andrews, but if not, our website is available.
Fantastic.
And that means for people watching right now who might see some of these clothes they like, they could order it online. But before we get into the fashion show, can you tell us a little bit about what overarching trends there are this season for both men and women? And that's something we should stress. Your store caters to both.
Yes, we have menswear, ladies wear, we have a little bit of children and baby clothing as well, and a lot of accessories as well. We are always excited to see what the trends are every year. I think this year we noticed a lot of color. Tons of color. I think after the pandemic, we're just ready for fun. So a lot of color, a lot of denim. And speaking of denim, we get the question a lot, like what jeans are in right now? Like, is it skinny? Is it wide leg? The answer is everything. Like the wide leg, skinny jeans, straight leg, cuffed, distressed, pretty much everything is in style right now.
Okay, well, I would actually know, speaking of denim, what kind of jeans should you be wearing if you have a dad bod? And I'm just asking for a friend.
Okay, first of all, there's nothing wrong with a dad bod.
I didn't say there was.
Yes, okay. Second of all, I think that you're in luck, because men's denim lines have really caught on to the fact that men should have stretch in their denim, so they're way more comfortable. And I always say that don't be afraid, like I can see you're not, to do like a narrow leg. I think a lot of people shy away from that because they think it won't be flattering, but I think it actually is very elongating. So I would say you're right on style.
You're
right on trend, Jonathan.
Okay. And the other thing I was wondering about is having your colors done still a thing? Because years ago, I had it done in Toronto. I was told I'm a spring, summer, and I was given this palette of colors, and half of them I like and half of them I don't. Yeah. And one of the colors that's not in there at all is red, and so can I not wear red? Like, or is that just thrown out the window completely?
You know, I think if you like a color, you should wear it. Like, if you love red, wear red. Okay. But I will say, like, having your colors done or finding out what season of colors you are is really like becoming a thing again. And actually, Lisa, who works with us, brought in her color palettes from a while ago, the 80s, but they still work, right? Like, and so we have them at the shop. So if you come in and want to see your colors for your color palette, we will help you out.
Before you have an existential crisis today, though, let's just jump into the fashion show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Who are we going to see first?
Well, we have 3 amazing models today. 2 of them work with us. This is Laura. So Laura works at LH Boutique, and she's wearing this really nice easy jersey dress, and then a denim jean jacket, which jean jackets are still like very strong We love a good jean jacket. This one's a bit cropped, which is nice. It gives someone with a petite frame like Laura good proportions. And then we've actually layered it with a cute crop top, which is done in like a crochet granny square, which is really hot this season. Yeah. So we like the pop of color that it gives to like the black dress. And then she's got a fun pop of color with a little purse as well.
I love that cut of a jean jacket. I haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah.
It's like a cropped shirt style.
And also in this year is sneakers. So just pair a sneaker with everything, which we love. It's super comfortable, but it kind of like gives a nice casual vibe to any outfit.
And that definitely gives people, if you're thinking crop top, it gives you two different looks just right there. You could wear it, I suppose, as it's not a skirt, it's a full dress underneath.
And I think a lot of people shy away from a crop top because they think, oh, they don't want to bear anything, but really you can use it in layering as well, and it kind of like gives a nice shape to an outfit.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
And isn't she the cutest?
Oh,
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
She's our website girl.
Yes.
Yes. Person.
Okay.
Next
and
up.
this is Lisa. And Lisa, we're talking about color, and she wears color always so greatly. And she's got a bold floral print pant, and then she's paired that with a linen blazer for easy wear. And the sneakers make it all casual, but yet it could be dressy too in a different.
And this is what we meant by color is very in this season.
Yes.
Like we're not shying away
How
from
fun
it.
are those pants, honestly.
I love that green. Do you have that in men's clothes too?
We have a cashmere sweater.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I'll have to pop by.
Yeah.
And it throws some of your ideas out that were like old ideas of fashion. Don't you remember that old expression, blue and green should only be seen together in the washing machine? But they look so nice together.
They do.
Both in the print and then putting the two colors that instead of matchy-matchy all over.
Yes.
It's a nice bold expression of color.
Yeah.
And Lisa and her sister are amazing at putting all the clothes together upstairs and making the shop look fabulous.
They are.
We're very lucky to have them.
Sometimes it's worth going in just to check out what the mannequins are wearing.
Yes, we have fun.
All right, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
And next up we have Shawn, who was good enough to come in and model some of our menswear that we have in this year. So Shawn's wearing this premium denim line that we've fallen in love with at the store. So we've got a variety of colors and styles in. It's called Doer. It's got a really nice stretch to it. This one he's wearing in like a slim fit leg. We also have it in a relaxed taper leg too. So if you like a little more room in the leg, a little wider, then we have that as well. We've paired it with a fun printed shirt, and then he's topped it off with Holbrook, which is another line that we love. It's an outerwear piece, really. It's great for East Coast weather. It's got windproof lining, and the quality is just really, really nice.
And again, there's that bold pop of color.
I love the belt. Yeah.
That's a new line for us called Billy Belt. It's like a nice elastic woven belt, and we have it in a variety of like fun shades and colors. So. Yeah.
Amazing, fantastic.
And he looks great.
He looks great.
Yes.
And he's
Thank you, Shawn.
on today's show wearing two different outfits.
I know.
Love the makeover.
Country music singer, runs a business, and a model. It just resume just grows and grows.
Yeah. And then Mom and I are also wearing a couple of outfits from the store. Mom's got a bohemian vibes also in this year, and I think this top sort of hits the mark there. I've been liking mixing like denim, something casual denim and like a shirt or a sweater, and then pairing it with like a crisp sort of tailored blazer on top. Sort of the juxtaposition between the casual and dressy is really nice.
I love what Vic is wearing.
Yes.
I think I have to get down, and I also know, since you're my aunt so well, that this is like truly your style. So what a cool time in fashion for you this season. For people who, St. Andrews sometimes gets a reputation for being a summer destination, but one thing that I think that we celebrate about stores like LH Boutique is that you're open year round.
We are.
Can you talk a little bit about your hours and why it's important to be part of the community 12 months of the year?
Well, it's been getting busier and busier every year that I've been back for sure. And yeah, we're open 12 months of the year. We do have like a few limited hours in January to get a little break. But otherwise we're there, and so are a number of stores and restaurants downtown St. Andrews. So it's still worth the visit in the fall and winter months in St. Andrews for sure.
And bonus points. If you come this time of year, you get first pick of the new spring summer fashion.
And parking.
And parking.
And parking, yes.
Well, thank you both for being here today, and not just you, your whole team. Thank you so much for giving us this fashion preview, and we look forward to our next visit where we might get a color makeover.
Yes, let's see what happens. Yeah. So thanks to everyone from LH Boutique, and stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Day from the Bay. As we mentioned at the top of the show, this show really is all about our community, and that means you.
We want to celebrate your milestones, birthdays, anniversaries, you name it.
So send us your photos and your special dates and details to goodday@chco.tv, and we'll celebrate you and your loved ones here on the show.
But for this very first episode, we wanted to give a special shout out to Evie Calder of Campobello Island, who turned 107 years old on April 1st. She looks absolutely amazing. Evie, you are truly an inspiration to us all.
This has been a fun first episode. We would like to say thank you to everyone involved, including Shawn Rashard, the team from LH Boutique,
the Lady Spartans, their coach Don Walker, also the team from the Capsule on Deer Island, who hosted us for our very first restaurant visit. And if you have any ideas for people, places, and things in Southwest New Brunswick that are worthy of a spotlight that you'd like to see on the show, send us an email, drop us a message. We'd love to have you included in the process of building Good Day from the Bay.
Until then, look forward to our next episode, and we'll see you next time on Good Day from the Bay.
Good Day from the Bay is produced through the facilities of CHCO Television with support from people in our region.